Dating sims and otome games have evolved from simple 2D visual novels. Now we've come to an age where your fictional husbandos can not only help remind you of things to do today, but also remind you when your next period is coming up. Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Rosmo. I've gushed about love in deep space on this channel before, and I'm gonna do it again because they just had a recent new update which included a bunch of interesting things for their players that I'm not gonna be talking about here. You came here for one thing and one thing only, to hear me talk about what this period tracker thing in a video game is all about. And whenever I mention this feature to a guy, chances are sometimes they laugh at how surprising it is, because I admit it is surprising. Never have I heard an otome game or a game in general include a period tracker. But if you ask me, I was actually really excited for this feature. You don't know how helpful this actually is for women. And I can't speak for everyone because not everybody has the same perspective on this, but I tried it yesterday and I can say I'm excited to see if it can help me track things better. I actually like the feature. I know it may sound odd at first since women's health and hygiene is not really a common thing to be brought up when talking about otome games, much less video games. Usually we just talk about the spicy, cute, or emotional moments you have with the love interest, and not really how they would soothe or assist you during your period. I'm actually kind of happy that they added this feature because not only did they have the built-in reminder system, which would definitely help me since I always forget to open my period tracker that is in an entirely separate app that you have to download, but they also included this article in the game to some players. More details about their periods, what happens in your body during it, and how you can deal and cope with the pain, drowsiness, and loss of energy when it happens. They even explain a practical way of measuring one's flow with visual aid that is really helpful with both pads and tampons, and even other cases like emergency cases when you need to delay your period. I'm not gonna lie, as someone who barely had anything taught to me about feminine hygiene, I'm happy they included this. It's not groundbreaking or anything. To me, it just feels comforting. Listen, I didn't even know you could track your period. I only learned it last year, at the age of 23, because my friend Irene told me about period trackers. In fact, I barely knew anything about how to deal with periods. If it were not for the other women around me, I wouldn't know much. I didn't know chocolates could help lessen the pain of period cramps, specifically dark chocolate, until I was in 12th grade and the female IT, Mom Angel, helped me with my period cramps back in high school. I didn't know heating pads were a thing until 11th grade because my classmates would put a bottle of warm water near their stomach to ease the pain. And I only heard about feminine washes, but I've never used or knew how to use it until my friend told me about it in college. What I'm trying to say is, this feature is a simple one, and it's not grand, but it's very comforting for me, and as someone who learned all that a bit later in life, I'm glad that feminine hygiene has a more open and casual discussion around it, especially with your friends if you and your friends gush about otome games like my friends and I. I mean, it's never too late to learn all those things, and it's not like I didn't have a mom to teach me about periods. I did, but she only taught it to me in a scientific way.
Blah 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 blah.
Because she is a science teacher, but all of the other things, I didn't know. My feminine hygiene lessons were just to slap a pad in there and you're good. She doesn't even use the good ones, to be honest. The ones I grew up with were like sandpaper, until I bought my own, which are the more cottony, comfy ones. I am planning to make a longer video on this topic of women's hygiene being in anime and video games, which is gonna be surprising to everyone when I tell you I found a walking embodiment of a period as a manga. And it's good. Wait for that video, please. I have so much to talk about. Also, I'm gonna be talking about those period pads with the faces of the guys on them. But yeah, I just wanted to make a short video about this because I'm very happy about it, and I'm definitely using this feature to help track mine. And I hope it helps other players of the game too, because it's helping me so far. I feel like I have to clarify that this is not sponsored. I'm just really happy and I really like this game a lot. It's not sponsored. Some of my friends think Love in Deep Space sponsors me. I wish! So yeah, big thanks to my patrons. Kuya Daniel, King Jordy, Stale Toaster, Orda Star, Conjure, Anayushi, Gungelian, Jokerzat, Mila, Jacob K, Mindhack, Scar Aidenham, Christian V, Kieran, and The Land of Dreams.